In this video, I'm going to talk about how you avoid burning out as a digital nomad. The reason I'm going to talk about this is because we recently had a scenario where I was on a call with somebody and they were telling me about how burned out they were by the digital nomad lifestyle. And I thought, okay, hey, let's make a quick video about this because I haven't experienced the burnout and I think it's down to a few reasons. So, number one, freedom equals discipline. This is something I got from basically a book called Extreme Ownership by Jocko Willings and I think it was Leif Babin. And freedom equals discipline. The whole concept is the more discipline you have, the more freedom you have. Because ultimately, if you have the discipline to stick to a daily routine, you're more efficient, you have more time to do everything you want to do. While if you're all over the place and you don't have any discipline, you actually get nothing done at all. So what I want you to remember, and this is something I see commonly, is you're not on an extended vacation. Yeah, sure, you are really trying to basically explore new places and enjoy things, but you still want to consistently put in a full-time work week. And there are a few practical tips for this. Number one is you basically need to stay in one spot for 3 to 6 months, unless you're doing like, kind of a month off or relaxed month, but usually for work mode, 3 to 6 months minimum, right? Number two is when you get to a new location, give yourself a week and a half to kind of just really enjoy it, work less, and just kind of explore the city, go out and party a lot. But after that, settle into a normal routine, which is, work on the weekdays, enjoy yourself on the weekends. That's what you kind of should do. And yeah, by just sticking to your routines, your gym, your nutrition, your sleep, etc., you'll have great productivity, and you'll also be able to enjoy yourself because you do your work during the week, and then on the weekends you can go off and explore your location, your country, the new country you're in, etc. So that's definitely really important. Tip number two is avoid social isolation. So what this means is you don't want to be the person who just is by yourself. You want to have a crew of good friends to travel with. So I have a crew of basically, right now we have 4 people that are here in Kiev with me, and then in Medellin I had a crew of 7 or 8 people. So we basically, I never felt lonely. I was always with my best friends, just traveling the world. And this is just massive, right? And here's the thing, even if you don't have any friends who are into this kind of lifestyle, what you can do is if you go to a hub like Chiang Mai or Medellin, you can meet people, befriend them, and you'll build a great network of people that would be down to go wherever you're gonna go. So you experienced digital nomads that do it right, like a couple of my friends, they literally have friends in pretty much every continent. And they'll hit me up, they'll be like, hey, I'm going to this city, do you want to come? Hey, I'm going to be here, are you going to be there? And basically because of that, they're constantly have good friends around them. This is really key if you want to be just happy. You don't want to be the person who's just by themselves working in the co-working space 24/7, not making friends. By the way, one easy tip for making friends is go to a co-working space and just hang out there and actually talk to people, because that's how you can meet interesting people. Another tip is just find cool things to do based on your hobbies. Go salsa dancing, whatever your hobbies are, just find some club or something to join. So you don't want to be traveling alone and not meeting people. Super important. Number 3 is learn new skills. This is really important. So the reason I'm telling you to learn new skills is if all you do is just travel, but you're not learning new stuff, you're gonna feel kind of bored by it. What I do is I really like learning languages. So I'm learning Russian right now. And I've also learned a few other languages in the past. I've learned how to ride a motorcycle in Colombia. I was taught by my best friend Ryan, and we had a lot of motorcycle adventures. So learning new skills definitely keeps things interesting, and it's a great thing to do in new locations because every time you go to a new location, you're kind of resetting your mind, you're more open to experiences, and it's a great way to get out of the daily rut, meet new friends, and more. Number 4 is make sure to go on adventures, right? Make sure on the weekends you're doing cool things like taking trips to a nearby city, going to checking out cool cafes, going on long walks, going and doing stuff like urban exploring, going out and partying. You want to make sure on the weekends you are really focused on filling that with active leisure, not just sitting at home watching Netflix, but finding cool stuff to do with people or finding activities to do. This is really important. So examples of that are, in Colombia, we used to go on motorcycle adventures all the time on the weekends, and those are some of my most cherished memories. We would, have cool, just fun parties once in a while. We would do all kinds of cool stuff. So you want to make sure you're filling up your weekends with really fun adventure stuff, because Saturday and Sunday, you don't want to be the guy in the co-working space just working throughout all days. Yeah, sometimes I work Saturdays as well, but you don't want to do that every weekend. You want to make sure when you come back from the weekend, you feel refreshed and ready for another week of crushing it at work. And this is really important, because ultimately, if you're doing the whole digital nomad thing, you want something different. So don't be lazy, figure out ways to do interesting stuff on the weekends and make it happen. So yeah, those are a few tips to avoid burnout as a digital nomad. I honestly think this lifestyle is great, and I do hear a lot of people saying that there are downsides, but really, if you just keep these 4 tips in mind, I think you'll have a great time. If you like this video, comment below or subscribe and ask any questions you have. Cheers.